Imagine being 13 years old, watching your entire phone balance evaporate, one infuriating meme at a time. Imagine the smug face of the kid who did it, who laughed when you asked him to pay you back. And now imagine standing in his childhood home a decade later, staring at boxes worth tens of thousands of dollars as his own mother offers them to you for $400. Some people say revenge is childish, but sometimes karma just waits until you're grown and lets you collect with interest. If you've ever been underestimated, if someone ever stole from you, mocked you, or walked away thinking they got the last laugh, hit that like button, subscribe, and settle in. Because this is the story of how a petty kid's cruelty turned into the most poetic, 1,000 times over revenge I've ever experienced. I grew up in the early 2010s, right before smartphones took over. While other kids bragged about iPod Touches, I walked into 6th grade with a cheap slide phone, the kind that clicks when you open it. And my parents had me on a strict pay-as-you-go plan. 10 cents for a call, 10 cents for a text, 25 cents for a picture message. 25 cents per picture. When you're 12, that's basically asking for a kidney. I was allowed $100 a year. That was my lifeline, my oxygen. If I ran out, it came out of my birthday or Christmas money. So I learned to conserve like it was a survival skill. My friends helped, letting calls ring once, then I'd call back from the landline. We emailed, Skyped, did anything we could to avoid draining that fragile balance. And then Derek arrived. He joined our friend group in 7th grade. Loud, unpredictable, kind of funny at first, but the charm didn't last long. He instigated fights, stirred drama like it fueled him, played the victim with Oscar-worthy performances. Parents loved him, kids avoided him. And he was the one person who absolutely refused to respect my phone situation. I told him over and over, don't send pictures. They cost me money. Just email it. Just send it on Skype. He'd nod and send me a picture anyway. 25 cents. 25 cents. 25 cents. Death by 1,000 memes. Then came the breaking point, the day he nuked my entire balance out of spite. He got mad at me for something stupid. I don't even remember what. But I'll never forget what he did next. He spammed me. Not with texts, not with calls, but with picture messages. Meme after meme, lolcat after lolcat, each one costing me money. My phone buzzed like a trapped hornet. Over 100 messages, my balance plummeting until the service died. When I checked, $40 were gone. $40, nearly half my year's allowance obliterated in minutes. My hands shook, my throat tightened. I confronted him at school, anger and humiliation burning through me. You owe me $40. He shrugged, smirked, and said, not my problem. I went home devastated. I told my dad everything, barely holding it together. I expected him to storm to Derek's house and demand the money. Instead, he just sighed. It's not worth the fight. Those words hit harder than the loss. Not worth it. My money, my balance, my dignity. He refilled my phone, $50 this time, and forced the carrier to block Derek's number. But emotionally, I felt like the world had sided with Derek. We kicked him out of the friend group that summer. By 8th grade, he was an outcast. Then he transferred schools and vanished. Eventually, life moved on. Graduation, a job, a whole new chapter. But karma? Karma is patient. Years later, home between college and a new job, I spent a Saturday morning wandering garage sales. I stopped short when I realized where I was. Derek's house. His mother stood out front, older, grayer, tired. She didn't recognize me. I spotted a pack of Pokemon napkins on the table. Something in me stirred, remembering Derek's obsession. I casually asked,
"Do you have any other Pokemon stuff?" She rolled her eyes and said something I will remember for the rest of my life. "My son was obsessed with Pokemon for years. I'm tired of it taking up space. There are boxes in the attic if you want to look." Every nerve in my body lit up. Derek wasn't just a fan, he was a fanatic. Every main game, mint condition, binders of cards, consoles, Lego sets. He'd screamed at me once for touching a game case. And now his mother was offering me access to his entire hoard. I followed her inside, into the house I never thought I'd enter again. I climbed the attic ladder, dust swirling like memory-choked smoke. I carried down box after box, 5 in total. We opened the first, just ornaments. Then the second. My heart slammed into my ribs. Perfectly preserved Pokemon games, original boxes, shiny cartridges, manual after manual, the exact collection he once bragged about, like it was sacred scripture. I kept my face still, but inside my brain was on fire. Then more boxes, Nintendo consoles, binders, plural, of Pokemon cards, hundreds of games, Star Wars Legos. Then I saw it, Jango Fett. Rare, valuable, a jackpot. I swallowed hard and asked, "How much for all 5 boxes?" She shrugged. 100 a box, or take them all for 400. $400 for tens of thousands in collectibles. "I take it all," I said, trying not to scream. I hit the ATM, paid her, loaded everything into my dad's truck, and drove home with my heart pounding like war drums. I gave the boxes to my uncle, an eBay reseller. We cataloged everything, item by item. The total value? Around $40,000. $40,000! Exactly 1,000 times the 40 Derek stole from me. My uncle sold the collection, fees came out, taxes came out, he took a small cut, and then he handed me a check that covered my remaining student loans and helped fund a down payment on a new car. All because a petty kid once decided to drain my phone balance to send me memes. And the best part? He never knew. Never saw it coming. Never realized his childhood treasure trove ended up in the hands of the one kid he once laughed at. Some debts take years to settle, but when karma finally moves, it moves with precision. If this story gave you chills or a whisper of satisfaction, hit that like button and tell me in the comments what's the pettiest thing someone ever did to you and how would you serve justice. Subscribe for more dark, cinematic revenge stories like this.